Happily Ever After? Season 8 recently premiered, and not all of the couples are doing well. Here are 6 couples hitting turbulence. 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Season 8 recently premiered, and several of the couples are hitting serious turbulence. This season is historic in that it features 9 couples, more than in any past season. The series features duos from various iterations of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. The show chronicles the couple's lives after going through the K-1 visa process and marrying. Though some of the season's couples are thriving and really loving their new lives together, 6 of the couples are struggling to make their relationships work. The first few episodes of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 8 reintroduced audiences to several happy couples, as well as duos that weren't doing well. Lauren Bravarnik and Alexei Bravarnik from 90 Day Fiancé Season 3 have been married for 9 years and have 3 children together. Emily Bieberly and Co Blaze from 90 Day Fiancé Season 9 are happily married with 3 children. Patrick Mendez and Thais Ramon from the OG series Season 9 welcomed a baby after their season ended. Though these couples deal with ups and downs, they're sticking it out. On the other hand, the remaining 6 couples are facing roadblocks. Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Seasons 5 and 6, the 53-year-old Michigan man and the 37-year-old Panamanian woman have had a tumultuous relationship, but they ended up getting engaged at the end of Season 5, after Jasmine forgave Gino for sending her nude photos to his ex. After Jasmine finally moved to Michigan to be with Gino, they appeared on 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, and the drama continued. Jasmine had to work through her suspicions that Gino was cheating on her. Gino forgave Jasmine for letting her ex buy her expensive butt implants. 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After Season 8 finds Gino and Jasmine living in Michigan, but all is not well. Jasmine is frustrated that she and Gino haven't brought her children from Panama to live with them. Jasmine insists that Gino promised, but Gino says that he doesn't have the money. In the meantime, they're trying to get pregnant, but Jasmine hasn't been completely honest about her reproductive challenges. On top of all of their problems, Jasmine wants Gino to buy her a bigger house which he can't afford. Money has always been a big issue in their relationship, with Jasmine always accusing Gino of being cheap. For some reason, Gino quit his job when Jasmine first moved to the United States, so the pressure is on. Ashley Campbell, a 31-year-old professional witch from Rochester, New York, married 34-year-old former construction worker Manuel Velez from Puyo, Ecuador, at the end of 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. The couple met when Ashley went to Ecuador to study marine biology during college. They met at a New Year's Eve party and were engaged within a week, but Ashley came back home and quickly realized their long-distance romance wasn't going to work out. They broke up. A decade later, Manuel reached out to Ashley. Then, she went back to Ecuador, and they got engaged. Ashley applied for Manuel's K-1 visa so he could come to America. They'd have 90 days to decide whether they should marry. Manuel, who now had 2 teenage sons, moved to America without being completely honest with his family. Soon after arriving, he informed Ashley that he had to send money home. Ashley started having second thoughts about marrying Manuel, but they ultimately tied the knot. The issues with Manuel's family continue. During 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 4, 40-year-old clothing reseller Nicole Sherbany moved from Los Angeles to Egypt to be with her 31-year-old husband, Mahmoud El Sherbany. Nicole didn't like living in Egypt. Aside from the drastic change in her quality of life, Mahmoud wanted to change everything about Nicole. Mahmoud insisted Nicole cover her hair and body, which she complied with. He also didn't want her hugging or even really talking to other men. Ultimately, Nicole decides to leave Egypt, so 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Season 8 finds Mahmoud moving to Los Angeles to be with Nicole. From the moment he steps off the plane, Mahmoud doesn't like America. When Nicole goes in to kiss him at the airport, he turns his head He doesn't want to be kissed on the lips in public. Then he criticizes her clothes. While driving him home from the airport, she tries to show him around. "Looks nice," he says as he looks around, adding, "But still Egypt is the best." He then complains about there not being enough foot traffic, feeling that it's too quiet. It seems clear that Nicole and Mahmoud are headed for divorce. Angela Deem and Michael Al-Sami are one of the franchise's most watched couples, appearing in multiple seasons across the 90-day universe. They're also one of the franchise's most entertaining pairs, due to some memorable fights. 54-year-old Angela met 32-year-old Michael online and was initially apprehensive about his intentions. Michael eventually moved from Nigeria to the United States to be with Angela, and TLC chronicled their tumultuous relationship. They had fights that included Angela smashing cake into Michael's face. There were cheating accusations and multiple breakups. Shockingly, the couple overcame all odds and were married in a fairy tale ceremony during 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Season 5. Now Michael and Angela are back for 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After. Season 8. Though Angela and Michael were finally able to get married and live together in the US, it hasn't been smooth sailing for the famously messy couple. 23-year-old Sophie Sierra moved from London to Los Angeles to marry 34-year-old Rob Warren on 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. Sophie met Rob on Instagram, and they spent a few months living together in Los Angeles before applying for the K-1 visa. Rob and Sophie's relationship has always been tumultuous, to say the least. They almost split up when Rob cheated on Sophie before they filmed 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. During the premiere of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8, it's revealed that Sophie and Rob split up. They're no longer living together. After 90 Day Fiancé Season 10 ended, they moved to Austin, Texas for a fresh start. However, when Sophie discovered the extent of his cheating, she broke up with him. Now Sophie lives with a friend and Rob is determined to get Sophie back. He may not be able to put his broken family back together. Since its premiere in 2014, TLC's 90 Day Fiancé franchise has featured some interesting characters. One of the most memorable, Big E Brown, first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days, with his now ex-girlfriend, Rosemarie Vega, who lived in the Philippines. Ed and Liz hit it off and started dating, but they broke up and got back together multiple times. They eventually appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 7, and on 90 Day Fiancé, The Last Resort. Since they've broken up and gotten back together well over a dozen times, Liz and Ed's relationship appears unlikely to survive 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8.